and welcome to New Hope Enlightenment of Palm Beach's podcast. I am Chaplain Holly Skokan, and I am here with my husband, Reverend Joseph Skokan.
How's it going, everyone?
Today we are going to be talking about bringing hope into the world.
Yeah, so I think it's so important, especially, well, the world's always been cold and hard, right? So it always, you kind of get crushed down, and then your soft little giddy insides are getting hard, you know what I mean? And so, you almost want to be like a gusher.
I love it. I told you that yesterday. Every time you say that, it sounds like we're all just a bunch of gushers.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you sort of pop, and there'd be good stuff inside. You don't want to just be some really sad, dried up little lime that we have on the counter that has now turned into a little stone.
Yes.
It fell from the tree. That's symbolic. It fell from life. And it fell down, and it was abandoned and alone, and now it is hard, and no one wants it around anymore.
But we keep it because it didn't rot.
It didn't rot. It is staying there, and you know what? Maybe that's one of those things that, eventually you keep talking to the lime, and it grows into a great lime tree.
Who knows? But I'm going to take it as a symbol of hope.
That's what I'm saying.
Just because it fell didn't mean that it was necessarily going to rot.
That's exactly it.
It preserved itself.
Yes. But it's like in that preservation, the insides aren't what it could be. The transformation process didn't happen because it lost hope, right? I mean, it fell off a tree. But the point is that as it fell and it was away and it was from the life and the nutrients and the Lord was the tree, and it fell from it, it then was hardened, and it's not what it could be. It's still there. It didn't go away, but it's not alive like it should be.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think it's so important that we bring and share, especially right now, hope and joy and, the positivity, because we're getting bombarded with negativity every day. Yeah. Everywhere you look. The news, pretty much all the news media, all the channels, everywhere you look. I mean, you can pop on, I open my internet and it's like, boom, here's 50 stories of negativity, because no one talks about the good. Right. And there is so much good. Yeah. And there is so much love and compassion. And we saw it even in the gaming community, because we are gamers. Yes. And there was a big loss, and we lost someone great in the gaming community, and thousands of people went somewhere in-game and knelt down in an in-game church. Yeah. And gave their prayers and their sorrows and grief together, and that shows how much compassion there really is today in the world. You just don't see it. Right. No one talks about it. Like, oh, well, it's just a game. But it's not just a game, because those players were controlling them. They went to that church and they all knelt down. The hundreds of them. Even opposing factions got together in the opposing faction capital and knelt down. Yeah. And it's so important, just because it wasn't about, at that point, sides or, what sides you were on or who you were. It was about everyone coming together, because deep down we all have that gushery inside.
Which I would say, I loved how you brought that up, because if you are attached to the Lord, right, as the fruit is attached to the vine, you're filled with all of that gooey, juicy goodness. Juicy goodness. Which is essentially the love and light of the Holy Spirit, right, and of God. God gives you that juiciness, and, it's so easy to fall off of the tree. To dry up. Because when we are bombarded by all of these negative things all the time, and it's terribly sad, because I almost feel like the way media has become, they think that the only way to get people to view content is by focusing on the negative. Yep. And it's such a sad thing that that's how it's become. Yeah. And it's almost as if the media assumes that no one cares about the good. Yeah. But when you're constantly drilled with negative, sometimes all you want is to see something positive. Yeah, well, that brings up a good point, too. And so much of what we stand for is that you can actually get stuck in these ruts of... So I wonder what would happen if they started putting only positive. At first, there'd be like a withdrawal, I feel like. People would be like, what's really going on? What are you hiding from me today? Yeah. You're giving me all these good stories. What are you hiding? Right. And then we'd be skeptical. But if we just kept flooding it with positivity and goodness and joy and the good deeds that people do every day, I bet you people would start to change the mentality, and everyone would be calmer and happier. And I wasn't alive back then, but you remember when they said you could actually go out and not lock your doors? Oh, yeah. Or you could hitchhike. That beautiful time in history. I had family members who would talk about that, where you could hitchhike, and that was just the thing you did, because people were like, hop in, man. Now it's like, Yeah. You're afraid of everyone because you don't know, and that's just been constantly instilled.
Well, you think someone's bad long enough, they're eventually going to be bad. You know what I mean? So it's of course you get scared of it now.
And that's not to say we don't need to hear the truth and the reality of what's happening in the world. Yep. But when that's all we focus on, I mean, part of the truth and the reality of the world is the good.
Yeah.
It's the good deeds that people do. It's the selflessness. It's the care that people give each other.
Yep.
But we don't see that. And I feel like it's almost turned our society into just being cold and hard towards each other.
Yeah.
Where we disconnect from our spirituality, we disconnect from each other, we disconnect from all of the love that is there for us.
Yep.
And it's a terribly sad reality.
Oh, yeah. No, it is. And it's one of those things where, and I think it's so hard because, like you said, it's sensationalism. Mm. They love to hype you up. They love to get you scared. Like, for instance, when we were up north, it was blizzards. Yes. Here comes the blizzards. Everyone go out and get chocolate milk and toilet paper. Those are the two things.
That's what you need.
I don't know why, but you got chocolate milk and toilet paper, and that was sold out. And it was like, and it'd be like a flurry.
Yeah.
You'd barely even get an inch or two of snow, and you're like, well, what is it? Maybe some ice, but it's like, what is this? And then you move down south, and then there's hurricanes.
Yes.
Everything's hurricane.
Go to the bank. Go.
And remember, there was a line to get to the gas station during one of the last hurricanes a couple years ago, and I was like, this is insane. And we were fortunate. It didn't really hit us. I mean, it hit places bad.
We got really lucky.
But they were talking to us like it was going to be the worst thing ever, but it veered right away. Mm-hmm. And when you looked at their, where they were planning on it going, it was 100 different directions. Oh, yes. They had no idea.
The spaghetti graphs.
so everyone was terrified, but they like to hype you up. But even once it's over, they're like, "But it's not done yet." But it is. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's over.
That's the thing, and that's the thing. I think is where the issue lies. Like, yes, you need to be prepared. Get prepared. But then once it's passed, Oh, but wait.
Yeah.
We're not done with it yet.
Almost like you were really excited about something. You're like, oh, I'm getting all hyped up. And then when it's finally over, you can breathe. But right when you're taking that first breath, it's almost like they grab a little cloth and they're like, nope. And you're like, oh. And they cover your mouth with the cloth. And so then you can't even catch your breath because they're going to give you some more. And you're like, oh, no.
But that's what their job has become. And it's so terrible that it's just like, oh, well... It's like you get the whole crowd all up in uproar. Yep. And it's like, well, don't let the uproar die. You can't just let everything calm down for a second. Wait a minute.
Yep.
So then when you are constantly bombarded with it, you become a constant state of stress and worry, and you always feel like any second the world's going to end, and it's a terrible feeling.
Yep.
But what we're trying to do is bring that positivity, and insert that into your daily life a little bit, take a step back from the chaos and just have a moment of peace, a moment of maybe it's self-growth, maybe it's development, maybe it's inspiration, just being positive in general, because if we all can start shifting that way, then the whole world around us will start to change.
Yep, and I don't know who said it, but one of the greatest quotes that I've heard this year was that, what was it? It was, everyone wants to change the world, but no one wants to change themselves. And I don't know who said it, but I know someone famous said it, so there you go. I don't know, I don't remember exactly.
They were very smart.
You were very smart. I don't remember who said that, but it's so true. Yeah. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to change the world and make it better, almost in their image, but they want to make it better. Right. You know what I mean? Or at least that's the hope. Right. But no one wants to change themselves first. But if you think about it, if everyone sat down and reflected on their own life and really broke it down and just went deep inside themselves and started changing, their behaviors and their actions and how they thought and the negativity that they feel every day that they share to everyone else, and they switched that, the world would change overnight. Yep. The world would be completely different tomorrow. Yep. We could wake up tomorrow and the world would be different.
Yeah.
And that's how we bring change.
It all starts on the individual level.
Yes.
If you want there to be more love in the world, more forgiveness in the world, start by looking at yourself.
Yep.
How much love are you putting out there? How many people are you forgiving? Are you forgiving yourself? Are you loving yourself? Because if you start there, and we can, start with ourselves and have enough people do that, eventually everyone will start to do that, and then we have spread love and forgiveness and acceptance throughout the world.
Yeah, and I think so important about it is don't just instantly think, oh, I'll start being good and I'll instantly be filled with gushery goodness. You know what I mean? But no. You got to think of yourself as frozen mashed potatoes.
Nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
Like in a TV dinner, right? Because at first you got to poke the hole so it can breathe. So you're getting there, right? You're getting a little bit of positivity in there. But as you're hitting it, right when you first take it out of the freezer, it is frozen solid. But what do?
True.
You put it in for a few minutes, by itself. It's isolated. It's looking at itself. It's warming up a little bit.
It starts getting a little funky.
But then you take it out and you stir it up. But now you see, now it's a little warmer. Now it's a little more inviting.
It's getting a little bit more like real potatoes.
Real potatoes. It's just frozen potatoes. And then finally you put it in for another 2 minutes, let's say, just to guess. And then once that's done, you take it out. Potatoes are ready. It didn't happen instantly. No. It took a few times, and someone else had to kind of mix it up a little bit and help you out. But along the way, so much of it is just self-reflection, looking at yourself and transforming from frozen potatoes to yummy potatoes. You know what I mean? They're two different spectrums.
The best illustration I think I've
Thank
had.
you. Yes, I could doodle it.
Now,
but they won't be able to see it.
In my other videos.
My doodles are terrible, but you would never know.
I encourage you to check out our YouTube channel. We have several videos on there. And I only say that because I just did some videos recently that will be posted here shortly, and it was talking about self-awareness, which is a lot about what we're talking about, introspection and growing from the inside out. And I refer to it as growing a muscle.
Yep.
When you first start working out, it feels impossible. It feels like you'll never get there. Oh my goodness, this hurts so bad.
Yep.
I don't want to do it anymore. But if you keep trying, and Reverend Joseph here is a great inspiration for that. You keep trying, those muscles will grow.
Yep.
And it'll become so easy. And eventually, what's difficult now will become your warm-up. And the same thing translates with this. If at first, it's incredibly difficult to introspect.
Yes.
It's incredibly hard to deal with things that you don't want to deal with, that you've buried. And it's hard to even recognize when maybe you're not being as loving, as forgiving as you could be.
Yep.
Because we get into these habits. But if we keep working on it, if we keep trying to pay attention, keep our focus, keep, pushing for that goodness, that juicy goodness.
that cooked potato.
Eventually we will get there, and all of it will become second nature.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then you'll have yummy mashed potatoes.
Yeah, and then you'll have yummy in your tummy. So it's going to be delicious for you. The point is, eat more potato. No, the point is, and you misspelled self-contemplation, but that's okay.
Oh my goodness. We have this argument between, is it introspection or self-contemplation? I say introspection.
That sounds like some alien word. Self-contemplation makes it sound more inviting for all us normal people.
All right.
All us peasants still existing today.
Let us know. What do you think it should be called?
Is it Holly's introspection? Or is it Joe's
self-contemplation?
Oh, that's not how I sound at all. We thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope we brought you some joy. If you're on your way to work, good luck at work today. If you're on your way home,
have a wonderful day.
Have a wonderful day. That's a good one.
Yes.
It's every day you can wake up, be grateful you're alive, and here's another chance for you to go out and do something awesome.
Be someone's angel. Be your own angel.
Yes, exactly. Be someone's angel and be your own angel.
Yeah.
And like you said, muscles grow through consistent use. It's the same as faith, and it's self-discipline and self-love. They don't come easy. They don't come quick.
No.
It's through consistency and trial and error, and you're going to stumble, and that's all part of it. But we thank you all so much for joining us today. We will have links down below I'm still trying to figure out how to put links in this, but we'll put links somewhere. Our actual church little URL is very easy. It is
NewHopePB.org.
That's it. So New Hope, P as in peanut and B as in butter. .org. Peanutbutter.org. It's not peanut butter, but it's PB, so peanut and butter.
Palm Beach.
Oh, right. I guess that would have made more sense to say.
That was beautiful.
But I was just saying it as
That's perfect.
What's the thing for the pneumatics or whatever it is?
Yeah.
No, that's not it. That's machines.
Anyway,
I'm going to stop before I sound any more silly. So we thank you so much for joining us. We hope you all have a blessed day. Thank you, guys.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.